It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
The NFL has returned to Frankfurt, Germany, and a venue that's hosted football for a full century beginning back in 1925. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from. Yeah. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rally in support of that upset. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
So their offense out now to get this game started. Yellow. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack. Yellow. Easy. Yellow.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick-tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Yellow.
From the gun, Pirine. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yellow.
Slot receiver headed left. From the 46. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Attack!
Blitz coming, Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
43, 43, 15.
Mahomes to throw for it. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Come on, word, hop, step. Hey. Out.
2nd and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready.
Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Come on, 3, kick. Solo left Zion.
Here's 2nd and 7. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They're now set for 1st and 10.
You're right here. Out.
Here's a give inside to Mostert. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, cover one. Out.
From the 26 on 2nd down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Flush down now to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Get set.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Come on, 2.
Now a give. It's Mostert headed right. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the 2nd time this game. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He's on the move. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it inside the 10. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's got it. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. They kick the running back in motion. On the move, headed right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They won't. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Going power with the big tight end, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score, don't let it go to 4th and goal, and he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stands, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Dolphins back out on offense as we see Raheem Mostert again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. 21G, 21G. Hey. Ready.
Now 2 at a throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Corner, long.
Tua now from the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Running on first with Mostert. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go.
All right. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tagovailoa to throw. He's fine Smith. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Offense in the hurry up here.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey, 21 here.
Here's 2nd and 5. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Ready to stinger. 20, TX.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out a yard or 2 shy of the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Go ahead. Turbo 1.
Handoff headed left to Mostert. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Watch it, Oscar.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Has it down close. And in for the Miami touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling out to his left. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Man in motion here. On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. You're going for it with Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Yellow. Yellow. Skipping, yellow, 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 yellow. 15, 15. Hey, 57.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Easy, easy, easy. Right. Attack! Follow me, yellow. Hey, rip lift.
Running back sent in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. First down throw, Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. 15, 15. Yellow, yellow. 15, 15. Hero, 15. Nice high.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Has it in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Yellow, yellow.
Throwing again, Mahomes. The screen pass falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. It's 2nd and goal.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Come back. Attack, attack.
Pacheco can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Yellow. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran who did some damage in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Still 2 quarters of football left in Germany as away we go in Frankfurt. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this second half. First and 10 now from the 30.
He's right, no. Go ahead. 21G. Hey, hey. Hey.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Turbo one high, turbo one high. Whoa. Snap. Ready.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A run from Mostert to begin the third. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Number 2.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That's caught. Devon Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here.
Hey. Solo left Zion. Number 1 high.
3rd and long for him here. Taken in by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on the slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Mostert does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Mostert trying to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a couple of yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Sanders all set to send it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First and 10 now from the 30.
15. Collect! Hey, yo, go. Right side.
To the air, Mahomes. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Dribble it.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. They kick the running back in motion. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins and this running back headed back out for a new series. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey.
First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. Breaks the tackle, still going. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
21G. Ready.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
43.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
They just get the play off. He finds Kelce running a slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 3 quarters in the books from this one. They've got first down from the 31.
Attack! Yellow!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's go. Corner, long.
Second and 13. Achan reels it in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down run from Achan. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only a yard that time. It forces 4th and 1. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And this one touchdown inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence.
Yellow. 15, yellow. 15.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley. Attack.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Hey, 15. Yellow. Hey, 57.
Blitz coming. Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Throw right side is caught by Hopkins. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
15.
Another try following the sack. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down. They connect on the deep shot. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here's Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Hey, Ripley.
Desperation time here on 4th. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
They give it to Mostert. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Dolphins nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Get set. Solo left side. Hey, 21, TS.
Tagovailoa from his end zone. A quick slant caught by Washington. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
TX. Watson, Oscar. Hey. Out.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He puts some power on it. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Hey. 20, TX. Hey. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua again. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So second down coming up.
Hey, 43, 15, yellow.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Hey, 43, yellow. Attack.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Dolphins work some magic on that return. They took the interception all the way back to the 30.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Turbo 1, high. 21G.
Tagovailoa on first down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Hey, let's go. Ready?
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He sends this one to the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. He took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. All right, one more snap to play here.
Corner, long. Solo left Zion. Hey.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Dolphins put up even more points in a win. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game.